The Arizona Coyotes have finally won a game. Of course, they had to do it in overtime because why wouldn't they? But Petey,
well, the longest would take on Leah's birthday, the better, apparently, for Leah, who's got stuff. Happy birthday, Leah, before we start doing anything. Happy birthday. And so the Coyotes give you a little present of a really, really, really long game, which I'm sure
not like I have plans after this.
On a Saturday night. No, who would?
Yeah,
but
no.
I will say this. First of all, the other thing I'm going to start before this show goes, I am, it's not babysitting, I'm dog sitting or whatever you call it with my dog. And he's going absolutely out of his mind right now. So the barking will ensue. And there it is. I knew
there it is.
And so I'm going to have to, Wiley is going to have to, if he doesn't be quiet, I'm going to have to leave the show, which I've never done before, live to lock him in another room. So hopefully he doesn't. But the Coyotes found that extra gear today, and all it took was just getting them back to the mall. They come out here with a 5-4 win in overtime when it looked like all was lost with just under 2 minutes to go, and they were able to pull it off.
They were able to pull it off. Yeah, this one, it was interesting. We had an interesting goalie matchup with Prosvetov, who's really struggled back in net. The Ducks, I think that was his NHL debut. Eriksson Ek, brother of Eriksson Ek in Minnesota, his NHL debut. So I guess we were saying take the over before this one began, and that's the way it went.
Somebody did that. That was me. Yay.
Yes.
Yay me.
Love that for you. But yeah, I mean, the Coyotes, they needed to be back at the moment, like you said. They needed to be back playing a bad team, like you said. And that's what happened. And standings aside, whatever, like it just felt good for them to get a win, for them to play the way I think we're used to them playing. And it took them a little bit. They didn't look, fabulous in that first period, but as the game went on, they started to look more like the Coyotes that we've been familiar with.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the first period, there's a lot of the things that they've done over this losing streak. They were turning pucks overs. They were allowing odd man rushes against. They were giving up too many opportunities, and they weren't defending as well as they should. All of the things that got them to this 9-game losing streak. But the one difference tonight was they were able to get their feet going. They made some really good plays. Like the passing plays and the skill level went back up. And I'm sure some of this has to do with they're not playing playoff teams like they've been playing over the last week and a half. They're playing the Ducks. So they were able to look better because of that. But they skated better. They looked like they were an offensive team, which they haven't looked like for weeks now. And their better players were their better players. And that includes Michelli and Crouse and Keller and Hayton, all the guys that should be adding on the score sheet were. So it's a real positive sign with 2 games to go. You want to end on a positive note this season. And I think today was part of that. But you talked about Prosvetov. That one surprised me again. I just do not understand. I can't remember. I said in the group text how long it's been since Ingram's played, but it was in March 28th, and it was the last time they got a point was against Colorado. So it was 10 games ago.
I know.
I don't know what the plan is.
I feel bad for him just sitting in the stands, not
2
even
games
dressed.
to go. I don't know.
Does he play one of
split
them?
him?
I know. I feel bad. It's a weird situation. We've talked kind of about the goalie carousel here a lot, but weird. And then it feels like they put Prosvetov in so they'll lose potentially, and then he has a great game when he's really struggled in others. So
yeah, the hope of the losses were so long ago now that they're locked into 5th or 6th. Montreal is losing to Toronto right now, and if you look at Montreal's schedule, they play the Islanders and Boston to end their schedule. So right now the Coyotes are firmly in that 6th to last spot, and I don't see Montreal getting another point. So I think that this is going to end up 6th to last, so that 2 points are going to come back to haunt them as saw again a year ago.
Yep. All right, Petey.
Those mystery points.
Let's dive into the numbers on this one. There are some shocking ones that I literally said, what? As I was making this. The first one was the Coyotes had 38 shots on goal.
Crazy.
When have we seen that? They outshot the Ducks 38-29. Both teams were 1 for 4 on the power play. And it was a kind of a scrappy one. 24 hits for the Coyotes, 15 for the Ducks. We saw a couple of scraps. Mackey got into it. Who was the other one? Nemeth got into it with two guys. It's so funny because we talked about, when the Ducks come back with the Stetcher stuff and the Zegras thing, but Stetcher's been traded. It's been so long. All that time has passed. I don't think there was any retribution in this game for that game, but I think it was definitely still a testier game than we've seen normally.
Yeah, and it all comes down to with the hits. I mean, Nemeth hits McTavish, and you protect your stars. That's what you do. So I don't mind. Craig talks about fighting. I don't mind those fights in this game getting like this against teams that used to be rivals, trying to make it into the playoffs, beating each other back when they were both good. But this one, you talk about the numbers, the shots on goal. You look at that third period; they outshot them 17-8. But at one point, it was 10-1 for the Coyotes, and the one was a goal for Anaheim. And then you look at Prosvetov and can you just stop one more and everybody can get to Leah's birthday party? But no, we have to give up the one goal. And he made some unbelievable saves, and especially in overtime. The overtime was unbelievable.
Dum just said it. That like electricity. There were the saves. That save on Clayton Keller
could have tied the record.
Unbelievable. And then the other way, Prosvetov makes 2 back-to-back unbelievable saves. Like I was like exclaiming out loud. It was a thrilling overtime. I exclaimed.
You exclaimed out loud. Well,
hey, I'm 27 now. My vocabulary is expanding.
But I tell you what, though, that save, and it's kind of too bad because that Keller gets that overtime goal. He ties Keith Tkachuk's record with a 3-point night and a goal in overtime, and the save he made,
picture perfect,
amazing. So now Keller's 1 point away.
He is
with two games to go. Doable, I guess.
100%. I was worried, Petey, because
were you worried the 2-point night did it?
Yeah, well, yeah, he really was slowing down. He was on pace to tie and break the record. And then all of a sudden he was nowhere to be seen. So for Clayton Keller to pick up 2 points tonight, his 83rd his 83rd and his 84th and 85th, my goodness, points of the season, just one away from Keith Tkachuk with 2 games to go. Even if he just gets one in the next 2, he's going to break the record. So he's inching closer to that Coyotes single season points record. And I say he does it.
Yeah, and it's something to watch at least over the last 2 games when you can't watch the standings, that all of these important playoff games are happening all over the National Hockey League right now. You can at least tune into the Coyotes game and watch this. They're not going to change their position. I think the Coyotes are locked in 6th to the last after the win today. So tune in to watch Clayton Keller chase history for this franchise. And I tell you what, he looked better tonight. I thought he looked slow. I didn't think he had his wheels underneath him. I am a little frustrated with Nick Schmaltz, though. And when the game is on the line, you throw that pizza up the middle of the ice, and I can't believe I just used pizza. I don't think that. It's Tyson Nash uses pizza. I don't ever use pizza, but he threw a lazy pass up the middle of the ice in that situation in a game that they gave it up to Jones to give Anaheim a 1-goal lead late in the game. You cannot make that play, and this team continually makes mistakes like that, and that's why they are where they are in the standings, because of their ability to not make smarter plays like that. But his linemate, Clayton Keller, was outstanding tonight. And again, they keep juggling the centerman. He played with Travis Boyd today, and I thought Boyd looked good there, and they had some chemistry from a year ago. And I just see Hayton blowing up, and Hayton wants to play there, and that's what you want to see. He wants to get back on the top line, and he shows in the way he's playing. So with 2 games to go, I guess it's kind of pointless, and juggling lines isn't all that important. They're looking at getaway day is less than a week away now. So honestly, HK on line mates and matchups and all that. But I thought Barrett Hayton played really well too.
Yeah, he did. I want to go over your keys because Keller was one of them. And I like seeing how they did on the Keys in a win. So, PD, what do you got?
The home cooking need malt magic. I'm going to say that's a ding. I'm not dinging the bell because literally the dog has finally laid down. So I'm not going to get him jumping. Ding. So they get a ding at the malt magic because they skated better. And that's when we talk about malt magic is they don't give up and they skate better and they're able to score a goal late. That's mullet magic. So they get the home cooking. Chasing history. Keller needed 3 points. He got 2 tonight. Absolutely, that's a ding for me. And build a wall. They have to do better at shutting down teams. When I looked at that number, 5.8 goals against over the last 5, Leah, that's bad. Like, you want to keep it below
Analysis.
3.
That's bad.
5.8 goals a game is bad. You don't win hockey games when you give up 5.8 goals per game over the last 5. So they kept it to 4 tonight. Not much better, but a little bit and enough to get
a Coyotes win.
Yep.
I like this comment from Fate vs. Will. Said, "Happy birthday, Leah. Keep up the good job of keeping the curmudgeon geezers in line." How do you feel about that?
Yeah, easy there, Turbo. It's your birthday. You're going to be there someday too. Like I got to find out when that line is, when the curmudgeon.
The curmudgeon line.
I hit it. Like I hit the curmudgeon line. There's no doubt, but it's coming. So just relax there.
Oh man,
and young whippersnapper.
By the way, I appreciate the birthday messages in the chat. Thank you, everybody. I want to talk about Lawson Crouse because the walk-in and talk-in bump, which usually is about a week delayed, has started to hit for Lawson Crouse with a goal tonight, his 24th of the season. Now just 1 goal away from 25 with 2 games to go, and with walk-in talk-in under his belt, PD, I think he could get there.
I tell you what, he does the things right. He does the little things right. He plays well, plays hard, but he gets to that area in the ice that it's hard to get to, and pucks seem to find him. It is kind of too bad because we talked about Christian Fischer and getting his goals. That pass, I think if Boyd's pass doesn't hit Krause's stick there, I do think it gets all the way back to the back door, and I think Fischer is able to tap it in for a second of the game. But Crouse looked good, and he is going to be another key to this team once they get through the rebuild. There's so many bright spots to look for over the summer and getting into next season, and Lawson Crouse is clearly one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you already mentioned Barrett Hayton, the overtime winner, Matias Michelli, adding another.
You got 2 points.
Adding 2 more assists. Why not? Or sorry, a goal and an assist. He scored that goal with 36 seconds left in the game from Keller and Schmaltz. Yeah, it was. Listen, I was as annoyed as I was that it was going to overtime. When I have plans, it was an entertaining game. So I appreciate the Coyotes for doing that for me on this day. But PD, there were a lot of candidates for player of the game today. Actually, we could have gone in a number of directions, but Christian Fischer, he looked really good in this game. Forget about the fact that he had the first goal of the game, his 13th of the season. Like you just mentioned, he could have scored that Lawson Crouse goal, but either way, he was net front. He was all around it tonight. So Christian Fischer is going to be today's player of the game for his 1 goal and 2 shots on goal. So congratulations to Christian Fischer.
Nice.
Player of the game.
Yeah, and I think he deserved it. I think he played really well today. I think his feet were moving, and he helps bring that extra spark to that locker room too. Even when he's not putting it up on the score sheet, he brings that element that helps create the mullet magic.
Yep, absolutely. PD, I got plans after this, as I've said, and they involve drinking.
Seriously?
And I will say, I went out and I bought a 15-pack of Wow wheat beer for my fridge.
Fantastic.
My fridge looks beautiful when you open it with all those Wows in there. I can't wait to enjoy them tonight. So 4 Peaks, there's always a good occasion for 4 Peaks. I'll be enjoying them tonight. The weather's getting warmer.
Yeah,
nothing like 4 Peaks in the sun. And if you want to check out 4 Peaks, you can wherever you buy your beer. You can also go to the 4 Peaks 8th Street Pub for the NFL Draft on April 27th. You can register for free in the link in our show notes to take advantage of beer specials. Our Cardinals crew is going to be out there, Johnny Bowe, doing a live draft show, just like ours last year, but it'll be the NFL Draft with Johnny and Bowe. So we hope to see everybody there on April 27th at 4 Peaks. Must be 21 or older to drink, and enjoy responsibly. And there's just a couple games left, PD. But right now, the NCAA final is on. And if you're thinking, where the heck do I watch
Where do I watch it?
Fubo TV, because they have 140 plus live channels of sports shows, movies, and news. You can watch the NCAA hockey tournament on there. It's literally live right now. We'll check in when Craig gets here, which I know he's here, but we'll bring him in a second. And of course, you can always watch the Coyotes and now the D-backs and the Suns on Bally Sports with Fubo TV. Use the link in the description to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. And now, let's bring him in. It's Craig.
Hey guys, happy birthday, Leah.
Thank you. You're looking glowy.
Very angelic.
Today.
Very angelic today.
See, you never know what's going to happen.
I never know.
I even wiped my lens.
I thought that was my dog.
No, don't worry about it.
The producer.
Okay.
So, Sean, Craig, I'm going to give you a little heads up here too. I know it's not dog sitting when it's your own dog, so just be prepared. I can't even say his name because he'll start barking again. He's a handful right now. So if I have to leave now that you're here, I feel comfortable. I have to lock him in the office just in case. He's sitting here looking at me like, buddy, it's time to eat. I don't care if you have to work. So.
All right. We got to keep this short anyway because it's Leah's birthday.
I know. We already said that.
I got places to be, you know?
Yeah,
Let's go.
That's
I
right.
got wows
that's
in the fridge
right.
calling my name. All right, Craig, what do you got for us?
I guess it's nice to see this team end the streak, right? You know, I know everybody's focused on the standings, but 5th worst, 6th worst, who cares at this point, right?
It's 1%. It's 1%.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And this team had lost 9 straight. It was nice to see them get a little bit of the mullet magic back, and get a good feeling. And we talked to Christian Fischer, we talked to Barrett Hayton, we talked to Andre, and all of them talked about how obviously the wins don't mean anything in the long term, but to have that sort of good feeling going into the off season is much better than the alternative. You sure as hell don't want to lose 12 straight going into the off season because that's it almost, I don't want to say it takes away from what they accomplished the rest of the season, but it definitely doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth if you're struggling all the way to the end of the year. So maybe they can get a little run here. Who cares? Like we said, who cares if they win a couple games at the end of the season just to feel good about themselves again?
Yeah, it's a long summer. And you're talking about if you lose those games going into the summer, they're locked in where they're at 6. I don't think Montreal's going to get another point. So just win some games and feel good about it. It helps your summer training. It helps you get off on the right foot. You can't change where you're at in the standings. So you might as well go out on the positive side of things.
Yep, agreed completely.
And give the people at Mullet a good show. I feel like, you know, they've had a tough stretch of games here, and that was an entertaining game today. It really was.
Yeah, it was. How about that? By the way, how about the save? I thought the Coyotes had won it earlier. That was an insane save in overtime. Insane
Phenomenal.
save. Yeah. But Clayton Keller gets 2 more points.
You think he does it?
Now I do. I mean, he's only a point away from tying it. And Fish said he's got a text message queued up to send to Walt as soon as Clayton Keller breaks the record. So and I was like, you got something in mind? He goes, oh, yeah, I do. So I'm really curious to hear what that is.
That's awesome.
Well, and can you imagine everybody on the ice is looking for number 9? And there was a point in this game in overtime where it was on Michelli's stick. It might have been Schmaltz at it in the corner. And instead of taking a shot at net, they're looking for Keller. I mean, so everybody on the ice over the next, 120 minutes of ice time, they're going to be looking for number 9 because they want to be part of that history. They want to be the guy that made that pass on that goal or score the goal on his pass. So he'll have plenty of touches over the next 2 games.
Yeah. Pretty cool story
absolutely.
evolving. And also Michelli, right? 2 more points tonight, I believe it was. If it's the final score. Yeah, exactly. Still in that Calder conversation and finishing strong. Good for Matthias.
Good for Matthias. By the way, I want to shout out this comment from Mike. I put on my new Hayton plate on my car, and he gets the overtime game-winning goal. Mike, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think
I don't either.
You're onto something there.
Karma, Mike. That's the way the world works. Yes. I want to know what a Barrett Hayton plate is. Is it the border around it, or is it like H8?
Yeah, can you elaborate on what your Barrett?
Yeah, like is it H8TON or Hate N H8N?
Well,
H8N would work.
Or if it's in Quebec, it just reads it's.
It's.
But I think it's H8N. That'd be Hayton, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. Fill us in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the plate. H-A-Y-T-O-N.
Okay. I'll know if
we're
I
trying to be all
you
clever. You know how you do that and you're driving around looking at license plates, you go, what does that one mean? And you're like, yeah, I got that one. Hayton, got it. Overthought that one.
All right. Well, speaking of Quebec, we've been checking in on the playoffs that Coyotes prospects are playing in every postgame show. So we'll do it quickly here. We'll go run through in the queue, starting with the queue. Drummondville beat Victoriaville yesterday to move in the quarterfinals against Sherbrooke. So that's Maverick Lamoureux and Mannix Landry moving on to the quarterfinals. So good for them. Craig, these German teams, I can't.
Right?
Munchen.
Just exaggerate it. Have fun
featuring
with it.
Julian Lutz and Maximilian Zuba.
Zuba
beat Wolfsburg today to move within a game of the final there, and Eels beat Lottie today in its Liga semifinal. Eels,
yeah,
2-2. So that's what's going on. Plus, the NCAA men's final game is going on right now, and after one period, Minnesota is up 1-0 on Quinnipiac with a Middlestat goal. So we'll keep our eye on that one and see if Cooley does anything. Cal Thomas, Sam Lipkin, and either way, a Coyotes prospect is winning the Natty.
Just to put this out in the universe too, I know people are wondering what the hell Logan Cooley is going to do after this game. Don't expect a quick announcement on this. There's going to be some deliberation, I've been told. So it'll probably stretch into next week before we hear what Logan Cooley is going to do next. And there is, again, and I've written this already, he's having a hard time with the decision. He's struggling with it, as a lot of guys do, right? You're having a good time in college. It's a really, Josh Doan struggled with this decision, but we won't get the decision.
College is fun.
It's not, yeah, exactly. It's literally the time when you are the freest in your entire life. So enjoy it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Craig. Well, while you're here, I want to ask you about the Coyotes player meeting with Marty Walsh. We heard this reported when the media met with Marty Walsh, who is the new leader of the NHLPA, that he was planning to meet with the Coyotes players, and he did. So, Craig, what can you tell us about that meeting? Obviously, you weren't there, but
but from what I've gathered, and I expected this, look, new guy on the job, right? It's just an information gathering session, just touching bases. And from what I understand, there was really no new ground covered. It's not like they were, the Coyotes need to put out all these complaints that they have after 1 year at the mullet. No, it was nothing like that. It was just, it's the same kind of stuff. And Marty Walsh, more than anything, just trying to get some touches in, get to know some guys.
Like a pulse check too.
Yeah, just understand what's on everybody's mind. So it was nothing more than that. Nothing to be concerned about is what I would say to Coyotes fans.
That's good, because I think we often stress.
And there's enough to be concerned about, yes.
There's plenty to be concerned about, and this should not be one of those things. So that's a good thing.
Right.
Craig, this was a quick hit, but anything else before we let you run?
No, we got to get you out for your birthday, Leah.
I know.
We got to finish this up. So that's all I got, guys. Good to see you. I will, enjoy the day off tomorrow. Happy Easter to those who celebrate, and I'll see you guys on Monday.
Yep. See you Monday.
Bye, Craig. Get home and see the end of this game.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do that.
Hurry home, bud.
All right. Bye, Craig.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't help it. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you want to check out Craig's diehard only pieces, you must become a diehard to read them. Most of the stories on the website are free and unlocked, but there are some diehard only ones, and they're worth the price of admission, I promise. So become a diehard. You also get access to our Discord. You get 20% off merch, 20% off events, a free shirt or hat every year at sign up. So lots of great perks to becoming a diehard, including getting 20% off, or this brand new shirt we have for free. It's the PHNX Coyotes 4 Peaks collab shirt, and it is now live at phnxlocker.com. Grab yours. Plus, join us for our season wrap party at the 4 Peaks 8th Street Pub before the Coyotes season finale on April 13th, starting at 5 p.m. So that's this coming Thursday. Wear your new PHNX Coyotes 4 Peaks shirts, and you'll receive drink specials all night long. These shirts will also be available for purchase there. So if you're stressed about ordering it and having it arrive in time, you can buy your shirt there. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Mine's going to arrive in time, supposedly. It said it shipped, so I'll be waiting by the post office. Not the post office. What do you call it? The mailbox, not the post office. It sounds like the old timey guy. I go down to the post office for my mail. No, I don't. I have a mailbox. So hopefully it's here in time.
Mike did send us a photo of the Hayton plate.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I'll be looking. I'll be on the road.
Oh, because he had a Garland plate before.
Did he really?
R.I.P.
I'll be looking. I'll be around looking for the Hayton plate.
Well, I already mentioned that I have my birthday celebration tonight, and I'm hoping somebody brings some chips and queso from Illegal Pete's. If they don't, I'll be very disappointed, but that's okay because I'm going to head to Illegal Pete's in the next week for sure. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up with them, but Illegal Pete's, it's so freaking good. It really just is. And you can join our PHNX Sun Devils podcast at Illegal Pete's in Tempe on Saturday, April 15th. That's a week from today at 10 a.m. for the pregame ahead of ASU football spring game. It's right after Pat's Run. So if you're going to be in Tempe anyway Pat's Run, go to Illegal Pete's and check out the PHNX Sun Devils podcast live.
There's a lot going on for that.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. $3 margaritas all day, Petey.
Buddy, do they start at 10 a.m.? Can you get a margarita at 10 a.m.?
Yes, you can all day.
Will all three guys on the ASU trio, will they all be awake at 10 a.m. on a Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
Sean
you
and
heard it here first.
Jane, 100%. Sean and Totri, questionable.
Yeah, they might be there, but they'll be present.
For this event, 100%. Because
there's a lot going on. Football and Pat's Run, that's great. What a great day. And by the way, for those that I'll just do my quick plug. If you don't watch the ASU show and you just watch us, tune in to their show, download and watch it. And I don't care if you went to ASU or not. They're just fun. They have fun and it makes you laugh and smile. And that's what this is all about.
Yep. Oh, we got the graphic. So Illegal Pete's, it's your go-to spot for burritos, buddies,
absolutely,
and beer.
$3 margs for Leah.
And queso.
What's your marg go-to, Leah?
What is it? I say it all the time.
Prickly pear.
Pear. Yeah, I couldn't think. Oh my goodness. All right.
I know it had something to do with a cactus. Okay.
We got a $5 super chat from our friend in Alaska, Riley Riles. Watched the game after we woke up with snow again. Jealous of the weather in Tempe. Way to go, Yotes. Oh my goodness.
Buddy,
I was sweating today in the backyard.
80 plus, right?
Petey, I'm a homeowner because I was pulling weeds in the backyard today.
Oh my God. I love pulling weeds. You
want to come over and
we won't get into this one. I went, this is a true story. I got so mad one day at pulling weeds, and this is true. I was pulling weeds and I said, F this. And I have a torch that I used to torch weeds in my rocks. I started my lawn on fire. I said, F this, I'm done. And I burnt my whole yard to start over. And that is 100%. I have video of me burning my whole yard down. That's true.
Oh,
I don't like weeds. So yes, I'd be glad to help you. By the way, you're late for your pre-emergence. That should have gone out 6 weeks ago. So whoopsie.
My what?
Your pre-emergent. That's the stuff that kills the weeds before they come up.
Well, the weeds were there when I moved in the house. So.
See, they didn't. It's going to take 2 to 3 years to get rid of weeds. Just giving you a heads up. Anyway. So.
This is getting older, huh? All right, this is the curmudgeon line.
I know. Talk about weeds. So excited. Talk about weeds and barbecuing. Let's go.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's look at the upcoming schedule. And guess what, Petey? There's only 2 games left on it.
I cannot wait.
Guess who's back?
Winnable?
Back again. It's Seattle. And then Vancouver on Thursday. And that's
2 winnable games. Can they beat Seattle after getting pumped up there?
I don't think so, but I think it'll be a better game.
The one thing interesting though, Seattle, when you're getting ready for the playoffs, they're pretty well locked into their spot. Man, you don't want anybody to get hurt, so you're not throwing everybody out there. If anybody's got even the mildest of bumps or bruises, they're going to sit out that game. In Vancouver, by then they've got their tee times, their flights home. No one is going to care about that game on the 13th. Either team. It's going to be a no hitter, no whistles. You can take the over because the guys are going to score, but no checks, no fights, no hits. Boom. Let's get the hell out of here. It's
fan appreciation night though, and every fan in attendance gets a Desert Knights jersey.
Seriously?
Yeah, I saw that today.
Buddy,
social. Yeah.
We need the jerseys. I need a jersey, a Desert Knight jersey.
I'm planning to go to that game, so I'll grab you one. And for those who are stopping by 4 Peaks beforehand, you can either go to the game or you can just watch the game at 4 Peaks. But yeah, that's what's coming up.
Good boy.
Shane, are we able to do a tankathon? Yes. Okay. It's that time. If you were with us on Thursday when Shane produced our show, we might have rolled the worst tankathon of all time, which was Ottawa winning the draft lottery and the Coyotes dropping. So let's see how they do in this one. Shane, it's time for redemption. The Coyotes are starting in 6th. Let's simulate this lottery.
Let's go locksmith.
And they stayed. Anaheim 1, Chicago 2nd, Columbus 3rd, and Ottawa 12th. So 6th and 12th. This is probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'd like Anaheim or Ottawa is winning right now too, so that's not good.
The Coyotes have 69 points, is what Shane is trying to point out right now. Oh,
Nice.
what are you trying to point out? Oh, Philadelphia is on their tail with 71. Yikes. They've lost 5 in a row, huh? All right, well, add that to the stats. Hopefully we get all the bad luck out of the way before May 8th here coming up. Caleb Shane should never be allowed back ever again. Oh yeah. Well, Sean will definitely be back for the last game. I don't even know if he's back on Monday. Honestly, still haven't heard from Sean since he left for his trip. Hasn't even wished me a happy birthday. Thanks, Sean. But anywho, and speaking of Sean, the punch card will go out on Twitter, but I was gonna throw my laptop out the window because of the punch card acting up on my computer. Just know it's coming. So head to PHNX_Coyotes on Twitter to see it. But we did not get our perfect red line, Petey. We got the green star.
Got the green on the last one.
Right.
Way to go, Coyotes.
Second to last one. Petey, any other thoughts from this game as a whole?
Yeah, I'm going to end it as they needed to get back to the mall to play the kind of hockey we were accustomed to. Ever since they had that late night flight from Edmonton to Colorado, they've struggled to get their speed going and their feet going. I wanted to see the Coyotes play one more game like this before the season ended, and they finally got to do that. Their feet were moving, their legs were moving, their skilled players were skilled players. They made passes like they were making prior to this losing streak. Michelli was good. Keller was good. Fisher got to the net. Crouse was good. I thought they defended a little bit better. So there were so many positives to take away. Let's carry those into the next game on Monday night.
Yes, and by the way, shout out the chat for everyone simultaneously updating that Minnesota just scored. It's 2-0 Minnesota, and it was a Jackson Nelson goal. Still no Coolier Cal Thomas on the score sheet, but we'll keep our eye on it. So this could be very exciting. Another thing, if you're looking for some excitement, especially with hockey season ending and now we'll have more weekends free, head out to Octane Raceway and Mavericks. If you're looking for a little, Wiley making his PHNX Coyotes debut.
Yeah, he wouldn't be quiet, so he gets to sit with me until the end of the show.
He's so cute. Oh my God.
Wiley.
Just hold him the rest of the time. Maybe we need to take him to Octane to run out some energy. Book some up fun this spring at Octane Raceway and Mavericks. They have kart racing, virtual reality, laser tag, axe throwing, bowling, arcade, great food and drinks. You can watch baseball on all their massive screens. You can watch the NBA playoffs, which are coming up soon, on all their massive screens. So you can get a free $10 game card when you purchase an entree in the trophy room. Check out octaneraceway.com and mavericks.com to learn more. Or if you're looking to just calm down, chill out.
I need somebody to calm down and chill out now.
Yeah, but I don't think OGs is safe for dogs, so I wasn't going to recommend that. But Petey, maybe for you, some OGs.
Yeah, I'm going to need some for sure.
Yeah, and I'm really excited because if you were watching our last postgame show or our watch along, I was wearing our new collab shirt with OGs brand, and it is live. But if you want to get your hands on this dope collab tee, you got to get your tickets to Budzapalooza, which is next Friday, April 14th in downtown Phoenix. The PHNX crew will be out there hanging out with our OGs friends. This is an amazing event. They'll be doing a special edition of the OGs PHNX variety show live from Budzapalooza, and that's where you can buy your OGs collab shirt. So that's the first place you can get it. So come down to that this coming Friday, downtown Phoenix. To get info on Budzapalooza, check out www.budzapalooza.com. I don't know why I said www. When's the last time anybody ever typed that?
It's http//
Literally, I was just
www.
reading that, and then I afterwards I was like, why did I say that?
That's a curmudgeon. So you're getting older. That's what you have to do. My mom, www. Leah.
Backslash.
Yeah, aging before our eyes, aren't you? You're too funny.
Oh boy, howdy. Petey, is 33 minutes a record time for a postgame show?
I don't know. I think we hit everything though, didn't we?
We did. We really did.
Got all the graphics. What do you think, Wiley?
Oh my God, he's so cute. Are you kidding me? Oh,
he's ready. He's
no, we got everything. So everybody in the chat, again, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the birthday wishes on Twitter as well. If you want to wish me happy birthday, hit the like button on this video. It means a lot to us. And also subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review. It really means a lot when you do that as well. We're off tomorrow. We'll be back Monday for our second to last post-game show. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. Like Craig said, if you celebrate Easter, enjoy. Or if you don't, you get a nice day off tomorrow. So enjoy it if you're not working. I know some people do. But yeah, we just appreciate everybody. Appreciate Wiley for being cute. Appreciate you and Craig, Petey, for making my job fun. Appreciate Shane for producing our show today. And
happy birthday, Leah. Go enjoy yourself.
Thank you. You can follow all of us on Twitter at @SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Shane Deef. Follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes. Everybody, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.